Andvari on his way to the castle. Your king is already dead. Don't come any... Oh, you're not one of those Daedric monstrosities. First these Daedric aberrations and now you? What trouble has Oracle Mariv dredged up this time? The Great Mage? That doesn't surprise me. He's always had a peculiar fascination with Mariv's talents. My sister prefers her solitude, but we come by occasionally to check on her. When I arrived, the Daedra were everywhere, but Mariv wasn't here. Interesting. I noticed fresh ink on one of her parchment sheets. I think she was writing something when the Daedra appeared. This vision must have been special to attract the attention of those unnatural creatures. Perhaps, but there's no evidence of violence here. No, I think she sent her message and escaped to a place of safety. Probably the old weird site in what is now the Mines of Chorus. It's a good place to hide. Seek Mariv there. Be careful. Those old mines may be abandoned, but that doesn't mean they're empty. Meanwhile, I shall tell my sisters what occurred here.
Beware, stranger. I'm no warrior, I'm a chandler. Candles don't make very good weapons, you know. A group of us, we were fleeing from the trouble in Camlorn, but we ran into a fresh set of problems when we got to this blasted fen. As we made camp, some Bloodthorn cultists swooped in. They grabbed the women traveling with us and dragged them off. Our leader, Guy LeBlanc, heard them talking about a coven. That means witches and trouble. Maybe you could talk to LeBlanc. He's around here somewhere. He could sure use the help. We are way out of our element here. Go to Aldcroft, he says. It'll be safer, he says. I shouldn't have listened to LeBlanc.
The summoning worked perfectly, as I knew it would. I assume you need my assistance? You decided to utilize the Medallion of Summoning. Very well. Then you might as well tell me how the search for the Oracle goes. Let me see that. A little too familiar a greeting for my taste, but the Oracle always follows her own path. Ah, clever Marie, very clever! She left us a secret message and hid it in plain sight. It's all in the turn of phrase. Messages, elements, ritual, proper order. It makes perfect sense to someone who knows her well. The weird revere nature and the elements. We need to perform an elemental ritual to receive the message. Look for items that represent the elements. Air, earth, water. I'll find the prepared ritual site and you place the items in the proper order. That should do the trick. A little ostentatious, but I suppose that's part of being an oracle. The weirds draw power from the earth bones, so elemental items make sense. 3 engraved gold. A cup of water. Well, that's disappointingly obvious. Mariv must have been in a hurry. A pure gemstone. You don't get much closer to elemental earth than that. What's that? A feather? Wait a moment. What's light as a feather? Air! It looks like you found items with ties to the weird elements. Shall we proceed with Mariv's ritual? No doubt Mariv wanted us to place the items in the proper ritual bowls. Rustic magic can be a bit archaic for my taste. I hope you can figure out which items go in which bowl. Examine the primitive pictographs engraved on the bowls. Figure out which element each symbol represents, then place the correct elemental item in the corresponding vessel. I'll stand back here in case my magic interferes with the weird spellcraft. Something is happening.
Master Vanus, is that you? You're the one I saw in my vision. I knew you'd be able to puzzle out my clues. But listen, I haven't much time. The Chaos Bringers, they caught me. They're taking me to an Iliad ruin somewhere in Auridon. Bawan, I think they said. Look, they'll be back soon. I have to tell you about my vision. It concerns Somerset and Artaeum. Somerset, the green and pleasant island of the High Elves. Artaeum, the vanished home of the Sigic Order. Both are caught in a dark and terrible web. I saw it. My visions. They aided the Sigics in the past. Now, others seem interested. Servants of the Dark Princes. They want to use my gift. Get me to reveal the location of Artaeum. You need to help me. Bawan, they're taking me to... Oh no, they're coming back. Hurry! Remember Bawan!
That sounded... not good. You really should make haste and get to Bawan. The Oracle has need of you. No, this affair has taken on a completely different meaning. If Artaeum and the Sigic Order are involved, and I need to keep the Mages Guild out of it. What happens next falls on your shoulders. You'll find Bawan on Auridon's west coast. That sounded... no. This Somerset is the ancient home of the High Elves. I was born and raised there. Mariv's vision suggests a threat to the island. There are people I need to warn. As for Artaeum, it's the home of the Sigic Order. It doesn't currently reside on Nirn. The island vanished 350 years ago. The Right Master hid it in some pocket plane for who knows what purpose. I studied at the Kapora Tower during my time with the Order, but Psijic magic was too flashy for my taste. I've done more than enough. My break from the Order and the subsequent formation of the Mages Guild has never sat well with my former teachers. If this involves the Psijics, I won't do anyone any good by insinuating myself deeper into this affair.
Hjaalmarch commands!
Well done. I am Shalador, young one, and I think you'll do nicely. Return that book to Velost. Tell her fire will show her the words.
Were you successful? Do you have the tomes? Well done. You're already proving your worth to the guild. Sorry, did you say strange? What happened? Shalador? Labyrinthian's father, the Spell Mirror's forger. Are you speaking truly? And, this book's pages are blank. Why is it glowing? The spellwrights of the First Era used a special ink that would remain invisible until immersed in arcane fire. Perhaps that's what he meant. We have a brazier nearby burning with such a fire. Let's see what the flames reveal. Cast the book into the arcane fire. Fear not, the pages will not burn. What has the fire revealed? Complex indeed. Much of this is beyond my understanding, but here, this one is an attunement spell. We can summon Archmage Shalador himself. We'll need some ritual orbs. They'll focus your magicka, attune your life energies, and draw him to this place. The ritual will apparently also link your mind with his. It means that the Archmage will be able to guide you and speak to you whenever he chooses. Are you ready to begin? To the center! First, we attune your spirit to Shalador's. Ready. When you're set, use the orb before you.
Do it! I was right in choosing you. I can sense. Yes, the aura around you glows with good fortune. You will be the one to help me complete my final task. What I hope to accomplish is difficult, perhaps impossible. It will require great strength of spirit. I sense this strength in you. That is what drew us together in the ruins. A storm rages towards us, Adept. War has come to Tamriel, and the mages of this great guild must have quarter. I intend to offer them a safe haven, a sanctuary where they may study in peace. I created that sanctuary centuries ago. It was stolen from me by an agent of chaos, and magically transported to the Shivering Isles. To recover the island, we must locate 4 hidden tomes. This is the task of which I speak. They are being held in a place known as Cheesemonger's Hollow. It is a realm of the mad god, Sheogorath. Stand by my side, and I will open a portal. Be careful. Sheogorath is not to be taken lightly. I lost the sanctuary because of his nimble tongue and mad stare.
Oh, how quaint. A mortal. Well, what is it? Here for some noble purpose, no doubt. Spell books? How pedestrian. As it happens, I'm feeling particularly charitable at present. I'll allow you to enter. After a test of your resolve... This isn't a lending library. If you want the spell books, you'll have to earn them. A portal has been opened, just behind you. Close it, and I'll grant you passage. Close the portal if you can, though you may want to deal with those scamps first. That was unexpectedly competent. You'd make an adequate house servant. I don't suppose you'd consider it. The pay is meager, but the fringe benefits are appalling. Pity. The tomes you seek are beyond the door at the top of the stair. Once you're outside, follow the path. Just doing the Master's will. I will open the door for you. Oh, and mind the scamps. The little imps adore fresh flesh. Such children. Right this way. And please, try not to make a mess of things. Happy adventuring!
Someone to play with you! Puppy killer? Come to steal me books? What? Who? Where? What? When? Sometimes why? Speak up! Honesty is the best policy, as far as you know. Shalidor? Ho-ho! That pompous Nord and I go way back. I know what he wants. Indeed I do. His island. He wants to steal it back. How I love a challenge! Now where's the sport in that? I tell you what, I'll give you one book in exchange for your heart or lungs. Your choice. No, wait, I have a better idea. Let's have a contest. A contest wrapped in a mystery with an enigma glaze. Oh, what fun we'll have. A few tasks, the odd death trap. Nothing so difficult as, say, reassembling the Staff of Chaos or rebuilding the Numidium. Take the first book, Puppy Killer, and I'll give you an additional book for each test you pass. Are you game? Excellent! Cheese and cabbage for everyone! But wait, we should inform Shalidorable of our deal. With any luck, he'll die of embarrassment all over again. I can't wait to see the look on his face. If it's precious enough, I might hang it on the wall.
What's the meaning of this? Sheogorath!
You remembered. Ah, Shalidor. You never ride, you never visit. Just now I made a deal with your lackey here. How long have you wanted those books? Eternity?
Your deals are hardly fair. What farce have you contrived this time?
Think of it as an adventure! And don't worry, I've got a surprise for you, too. I put a tiny curse on these books, just a small one. Long story short, Shal, you can never read these books.
Curse you, mad god!
Boring! Be more imaginative, Shal. Like, curse you, mad god! May you become cheese eternally gnawed by skeevers! Unfortunately, I have no more time for constructive criticism. Do stay in touch.
Curse the mad god. I don't know what game he's playing with you, but I do know the stakes. That's true. Though without my help, it will take Velast considerably longer to translate it. I'd like you to return and let her know the bad news. I'll send you back to Tamriel then. Are you ready?
You radiate an aura of power. Does this mean you have the books? Tests? Well, that's a start, I suppose. What of Shalador? He was drawn away from here in a burst of light. Not good, not good. I'll start translating this right away, but I hope Shalador returns to help. Zarxus' backside! Then this is going to take a while. Check in at a guild hall from time to time. I'll leave word for you when I've finished. In the meantime, keep an eye out during your travels. There are many lost tomes scattered throughout Tamriel. Who knows, any one of these books may help us restore Shalador's lost island haven. Pardon me, I must begin this translation. These runes? Fascinating. Terrifying, isn't he? The will and attention of a child with the power of a Daedric prince. Well, look on the bright side. You're still upright on 2 legs. You're not inside out or bright purple or afflicted with new angry limbs. It could be worse.
My lord, you must go now!
I will not! The dragon does not flee its lair!
They're coming for you! Wait, what was that? Death to the king! Die! Get the king out of here, go!
Head upstairs and protect the king.
Death to the king!
To the side!
We have here a lizard with a crown.
We strike for the Bloodthorn.
Stand in Engolf's way.
Go round! Right, now! To the side!
We'll handle this! Good riddance. Captain, this isn't easy for me to say, but I want to apologize for ignoring your warnings.
It was nothing, my king. I apologize if I was impertinent in my duty.
Not at all, Arisen. Rise, please. In service to Daggerfall, our friend here is to have any support the Watch or the Knights can provide.
Of course. We'll do whatever we can to help find Angolf and determine his motives. All of Daggerfall stands behind our hero.
It would seem that the captain's concern for me was well-founded. You saved me from this assassin's blade, as well as from my own foolishness this day. Indeed. The body on my floor proves that. Who was this man who came to kill me? What did he want? Angolf? I've heard this name whispered by my agents. The Royal Spy Master reports of unrest across my kingdom, stirred into a froth by this Angolf. But that's all we know. Creating chaos is a method, not a goal. It's a means, not an end. There's more going on here than chaos for its own sake. We must get to the bottom of this. Oh yes, my friend. I hereby grant you special dispensation to investigate the villain Angoff in my name. But you must keep this quiet, for we don't want to tip our hand. I shall never forget your service this day, however.
If you are looking for information, then you've come to the right place. I am the most knowledgeable broker in the refuge. On the other hand, if you work for the town guard, I have no idea what we're talking about. Well, information is my primary business, and business is good. Which reminds me, I never give anything away for free, especially information. Perform a favor for me. Then I'll tell you what I know about Margus Darius. The best kind. One that benefits us both. Allow me to mark a house on your map. Inside you'll find a crate that contains an elegant jacket. I am something of a snappy dresser, and I want that jacket. Bring it to me, and I'll tell you all about Margus.
A thousand greetings, Wayfarer. This is no place for casual visitors. You have wandered into a nest of vipers. But have no fear. Ashundir will take care of you. Come closer and let us conduct business. Oh, I prefer merchant to smuggler, but call me what you will. I transport rare and valuable antiquities, no questions asked. I'm also considered the most knowledgeable Argonian relics expert outside of Black Marsh. So, how can I help you this day? Ah, I know Margus well. We both deal in antiquities. He actually approached me recently. As a consultant, you understand. So I'm familiar with Margus's current plans. I am happy to share that information. In exchange for a simple favor. Such aggression. There is no need to threaten violence, my friend. Ashundir said he would take care of you, and indeed he will. Margus has associated himself with a band of thugs and outlaws. They hide in a cave like rabid guar. The cave is called the Sunless Hollow, and it's located not too far from here. I have one more secret for you, Wayfarer, so listen well. Margus and his associates are dangerous. I suggest caution. And with that, our business comes to an end.
The black market is closed. This one has inventories to catalog, and my assistant has yet to return. I sent him to retrieve a package, but he never came back. Bother someone else, please. You don't take a hint very well, do you? To answer your question, this market buys and sells certain items of historic value. We maintain an extensive list of wealthy collectors, and are always on the lookout for specific relics. Why do you ask? You want to know about Margus? Interesting. Very well. Perform a service, and this one will tell you what you want to know. Locate my assistant and bring him back. Or at least tell me if it is time to hire a new one. Good help is so hard to find. This one sent Argar to an old ruin. He was to pick up a package from some thieves we do business with and bring it to me. Here, let me mark the location on your map. Go find out what happened to him. Then, I will tell you about Margus Darius.
Thanks, Stendar. You're with the guild? If the divines will it. The worms caught us off guard, but we made them pay in blood. Did Colors brief you on our contract? What we seek? As you say, there won't be an anchor here anytime soon, thanks to the two of us. I should be moving. We had word of another cell north of here, near Aldcroft. Here, if you please. Aleph, stay with our new friend. You two search these bodies, see if you can find anything of note. A pleasure meeting you, oh my comrade.
Cease your meddling, scum. The Redguard's soul will fuel the Mortum Vivicus. Nothing you can do can stop it!
Darkmoors! What was that? That vision. A Dremora woman talking about Merrick. Why would she want my hapless companion? Aleph has no idea. Whoever she is no friend to the guild or Merrick. It would seem so. This one cannot imagine the value of such a thing. Too shiny and dripping with pride. Just the same, we must warn him, and the guild. Aleph will go after Merrick. Return to Seize All Colors. Tell her what you have seen. Go. Return to Daggerfall quick as you can, comrade. Seize All Colors must know.
Back so soon, comrade? A vision of a Dremora. This clouds the waters. The forces of Molag Bal must know more than we realized. What did she say? Nor do I, comrade. Interesting. Did she say anything else? Merrick. This drives my scales. Recruit, you must get to them. Aleph and Merrick are competent, but the Daedra are not to be trusted. Find them near Aldcroft. I will rally our forces here and investigate this Vivicus, whatever it is.
Hey, you. What? Stranger or word, you look like the courageous type. I have an opportunity. You're sober, aren't you? Good. Are you interested in taking on a contract? Nothing too dangerous. My father, Lord Dial, hired a group called the Daggers to investigate the Harpy threat. But they've been gone too long, and I'm beginning to worry. We don't want any blood on our hands when this is all over. Well, I need you to go and find them. You can take the one dagger who managed to find his way back to camp with you. He can fill you in on the details. I'd send my guards, but then they wouldn't be protecting me. I'm sure you understand.
You're going to help me find the rest of the daggers? I'm not sure you're dagger material. Your hands look kind of soft and delicate. Like you've never beaten anything into submission with your own two fists before. The daggers were hired to help Lord Deal gather research about the Harpies. We get him what he needs and we get paid. Simple as pie. But now the rest of the daggers are missing. We need to find them and make sure our first mission is a success.
Harpies, eggs, whatever we can bring back so Lord Deal can figure out why these birds have become so violent lately. We have to find the missing daggers, Gelvin, our leader, and the Remley brothers. We find them and help them finish their jobs. And while we're at it, we look for the Queen Birdie, Fouling. She's a vicious killer, and she needs to be dealt with. Yeah! This is a fresh kill. Be alert. Whatever did this could be watching us.
How in the 8 do you expect to trap a flying harpy with a trap set on the ground? You're an idiot. You know that,
You know
right?
I hate it when you yell at me, brother. Now calm down and help me figure out how to get a harpy to trip a wire on the ground. Huh. I see the problem now.
Looks like we found the Remley brothers.
Did Lord Deal send you? Well, there's nothing new to report except that my brother is an idiot. Armo placed dozens of traps and he just realized something. Harpies don't walk. Now we're trying to figure out how to salvage the situation. We're trying to capture a few of these creatures. Lord Deal wants to observe the harpies and see if they demonstrate any odd behavior that might explain the recent acts of aggression. But we're still working on our traps, as you can see. We've got some throwing snares. The only problem is the damn harpies are too strong. They need to be weakened before you hit them with the throwing snares. I may have a sword, but I'm not a fighter. That's too dangerous an approach for me. Lord Deal said a few. So 4, I'd say. Yes, 4 harpies should do. If this works, please tell his lordship that we gave you the traps, all right?